in the Daytona 500 is a 13th at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
I believe he said afterward, that was the hardest I have ever hit anything. Joey Logano, 7th in this session. He's run a lot of laps. He's one of 3 drivers to run more than 20 laps thus far with 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, the bumps are the worst down there. Still fighting bumps. Much better though.
From what I've seen with Austin when he was good, the arc into 3's what he was doing, but he's also carried more speed in and letting it wash up the hill more than most.
Talking about his teammate Austin Cindric. Sounds like Logano's car is riding very much like Ryan Blaney's.
Yeah, and I actually talked to Paul Wolf, crew chief of Joey Logano, and he said we kind of hate that all 3 of the Team Penske drivers are in this Group A, that we can't really watch what someone's doing and maybe implement changes for the second group.
All right, Jamie can update us on Denny Hamlin, who is 4th.
Well, Mike, and what you guys are hearing there, these drivers are really searching around, trying to figure out what this new car wants or likes here. Denny Hamlin, for instance, he said he tried a bigger arc, and he said this car was not having it. He said the lap before, it gave no indication that it wouldn't like that bigger arc. So still searching around, but pretty good overall. Denny, 4th on the board right now.
That's what you saw when we saw that 11 car get sideways, came in for an adjustment. Big arc, getting into 3. Sometimes you try to arc around those bumps. And if you got good grip down into the corner, which is asking a lot out of the car, aero-wise, you can make that work and really swoop that bottom, hook it, and carry a lot of speed. But if that thing gets loose, that's not a good place to get loose here.
But how's that car going to react when it's in traffic?
I don't know. Mike, nobody knows.
You're right, Clint.
But I'm so,
no,
that
right.
is such a valid question, and why we're looking forward to this racetrack, and why we love this race car. Everywhere we put it, we keep putting it in different scenarios, and it doesn't react the way these drivers think.
Austin Dillon, Bubba Wallace.
Oh, Austin got,
yeah.
I think he got a little bit loose and went to move up out of the way. They about had contact there.
Yeah, Austin Dillon has run 21 laps in that 3 car, and he's 13th of the 17 drivers that's turned a lap in this practice.
The only thing I haven't seen yet in this practice is anybody really migrating up and trying the middle of the outside. See him right down on the bottom of the racetrack, which, hey, that's the shortest way around, the fastest way around. But as the tires wear out, as grip or rubber starts building onto this racetrack, you should see these guys starting to move up and diamond, getting that long run off the corner.
There was very little rubber put down yesterday with those ARCA cars. They had a very thin field for their 125-mile race.
Starting to see a little bit there. Usually the 5/8 to 3/4 mark at the corners, those cars really load up hard. A product of picking the gas up early. You know, you pick the throttle up before the apex of the corner. Guys, you don't do that anywhere. This is really the only racetrack you ever do that. If you do that, you're probably going to get fired anywhere else other than here.
You know, one reason I would want to see a long run out of my race car, this car has kind of been notorious this year for wearing the right rear tire. I want to see how much wears on that right rear tire and as long a run as we can certainly make.
Flags are out to end session A. And Larry, that's a great point, because it's the first time we have bended over